What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our My Hero Academia Episode 2 review. Back here today with Nick, and basically this is like Episode 1, Part 2, so...
pretty much.
It literally picks up exactly where the first episode left off, and I gotta say, I was pretty surprised with what ended up happening with All Might. I was expecting after, like, the blood dripping from his mouth that he took some kind of, like, steroid of sorts to get his powers, and that was what he's going to end up, like, being hesitant to reveal to our main protag with green hair, whose name I can't remember. But it turned out being he literally has anchor arms and deflates, so... like...
Yeah, I thought that he just was, like, injured at some point, and I was correct.
Good call there, then.
But only somewhat, because I thought that the injury resulted from the superpower, but that was external instead.
Yeah, almost like a power that, like, damages yourself as you use it.
Yeah, actually, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
Funny enough, though, as his body deflates, his hair inflates, so...
Oh, yeah, it's like that's a superpower in itself.
Yeah.
It's like 3 superpowers.
It's like the
One
inflatable
is
body,
like
then the inflatable hair. Next thing you know, we're just gonna watch his eyes, like, burst out from his head.
Oh god, that'd be scary.
That would be really freaky. Like... Oh man,
Like, that shit would come out of nightmares. That'd be fucking.
that would be creepy as heck, dude. I don't know. It is a shonen. Those things, if you watch them long enough, usually end up with some kind of freaky nightmare-esque scene.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Somewhere thrown in there. We got to see our soda bottle villain return and capture our edgy rival this time too. And then he got giant-sized dentures, but.
That was from the slime monster.
Yeah, that was Slime Guy's teeth, but like the way they were like the imaging it onto his body, it looked like he had these teeth that were like 3 times the size of his head.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
It was one of the greatest images I've ever seen.
Yeah, and then when the rival was saved by All Might, like he reacted very rival-esque of Shonen.
It was so stereotypical, like, and then he goes and thanks our protagonist in the usual way too. I hate you, you suck. Bye. Like, that's that's every shonen rival ever when they're like the main protag does something good for him. It's I hate you, you suck. I'll see you later. Like, when really it translates to thank you so much for saving my life. I love it. My favorite part was probably all those heroes though, just like watching as the slime monster consumed him. They were like, let's just wait until somebody that has actual powers that work comes to save them, right?
Well, didn't they say that they wanted to minimize the damage instead of trying to actively capture him because they couldn't do anything?
Yeah, they were doing some like damage control, but that's like the equivalent of being like, it's kind of like the equivalent of, like, natural issues that we're dealing with the environment today. Let's not tackle it right now. We'll just let somebody else fix it.
I guess.
And then All Might.
I
got a Hulk out.
Side heroes.
Which, like, you like the side heroes?
No, I just think that, like, in terms of perspective, like, if they went in there knowing that they had inappropriate powers and they fucked up, they might make things a lot worse.
That's also true, and they could have just put their lives in danger, too. So, there's definitely a case to be made there. Because, like, then it would have been like, oh, we're losing, I think there were 3 of them, so, like, 4 lives rather than just 1. So.
Yeah.
But, they also could have put
right
up a fight, so. Hard to say.
Oh, yeah.
We did get to see All Might Hulk out, though, which leads me to believe,
Hulk out?
Yeah, dude, he was, like, pathetic. He was, like, trying to piss himself off enough that he could buff back up. Which leads me to believe, like, is his, like, he talked about how there's this, like, supposed 3-hour time limit on his powers, right? So, after that, you have to wonder, like, does his body just give out after the 3 hours? Or, like, roughly 3 hours? Or is he able to, like,
I feel like that would be
mentally control it? Or was it, like, the doctors that did the operations told him, look, dude, you gotta keep it to 3 hours or you're gonna literally die?
I feel like, because he said that his power is basically him flexing. His entire body flexing. So I definitely feel like it's more of an maybe like an exhaustion or an injury thing, where it's like he can just feel his body start giving out around the 3 hour mark.
That's true. I guess the question then becomes is like, is it purely just exhaustion that's showing, or is he actually causing permanent harm? Because I know there's blood there, but that's also just a common thing in Shonen, just to show blood whenever someone gets hurt at all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he never really gave any signs of any like, any long-term illnesses.
That's true. And he does seem to be able to
injury from 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was about to say it was from quite a while ago, and he seems to be okay so far. Although I wonder if they'll end up telling us that it's like been progressively getting worse. The way it seemed to be like hinting towards the end there is it seems like All Might be taking on our main protag as sort of like a what's it called? Like a protege / apprentice that he'll eventually hand the mantle down to.
Yeah.
I did kind of like the speech he gave him at the end, so.
Yeah, it's always nice. I mean, the thing is, like, unless All Might's power is transferable, I don't see how, like... Oh, that's his name, Deku, right? Green hair?
The main hero? I want to say it's Izuku.
I think it's Deku.
Okay, we'll find out in episode 3.
Yeah.
That's when we'll learn the main character's name.
I'm gonna call him Deku for now.
You're gonna pull a season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the main mystery, even though I know they've said it like 8 times and we just can't remember, but still.
Yeah. So, unless, like, All Might has a way to transfer his powers over to Deku, I don't see it being, like...
It's simple, man. All that blood that keeps coming out, he just harnesses it into a cup and he makes him drink it.
Disgusting.
Every day. He's like, here, get my DNA into your body.
DNA, yeah, and all his fucking STDs, too.
Yeah. Then he starts, like, getting needles of his blood, too. It's like, just take this.
Oh my god, Deku the druggie. That's
Yeah. The twisted, like, 14 and up version of the show.
14 and up?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the ratings go like for anime.
Are there ratings? Fuck if I know. Whatever.
Probably some sort of rating system exists. Maybe it just gets dropped when they brought over to the States, but...
Maybe.
The other thing I think was worth noting in this episode was that music at the end was stellar. Just the orchestration there was beautiful. It actually fit the mood
generally
really
the music has been on par with the atmosphere of what's happening.
I agree. It's been on par, but mostly it's kind of like stayed to the background.
Which is good.
True, because you don't want it to take over too much of the situation.
Yeah, unless it's, unless the show's about music, but that's not the case here.
True. Versus in this case, I just feel like it shined a little more, probably just because it was a quieter scene. So there was more time to take in what was going on with the music. Yeah, overall, I'd say a solid episode 2.
Yeah, enjoyable. I mean, nothing revolutionary in the shonen genre, but very solid overall.
Very, very true. So I think that'll about wrap up the episode 2 review. Thank you for tuning in.